Welcome back, everybody. Another episode of Subject2Change is here. And today we have a reoccurring guest, the guest we know you love. MAC MCCLUNG is here, everybody. What's going on, Mac?
What's up, y'all? Thank you guys for having me again.
Of course, bro. Of course. We're going to talk a little bit about college basketball getting started, the NBA draft class that is going to take stage virtually in the next few days. I don't even know when the draft is, but it's coming up, which Mac was going to be a part of, so he's going to have some insight there. And, of course, we're going to talk about the Bachelorette, which a lot of people think Mac might be trying out for at some point, in his lifetime. We'll get into all of that and more. But first, let's talk about your life, Mac. What have you been up to, bro?
Yeah, I think we've probably been on close to the same schedule, man. Just grinding, trying to figure a way with this COVID and, being safe. But we're kind of in our own little bubble down here. So just basketball and school pretty much.
Yeah. What's that been like, COVID? I mean, you're down in Texas, and I don't think anybody is I mean, Joe Rogan completely moved to Texas. He just left California because they wouldn't let anybody do anything. And then you go down to Texas, and it's just like, they're still living in the Wild West. So is it completely wide open down there, or is a lot of things shut down?
There's a lot of things open right now, but I think people down here really kind of want to get out and stuff. But as far as us, the basketball team, we're kind of on lockdown, so I'm not really getting to experience any of that. But yeah, no, I understand those places are definitely on lockdown, but people here are kind of out and about.
Huh. That's good. What do you think if I told you were, and to be honest, at this point, MAC MCCLUNG 2046 or whenever you're eligible to run for president isn't a bad idea. If you were president, what would you like to see? Are you going to let fans in if you're college basketball? I know it's a sticky situation, but what do you think as a player? Man, I really hope I don't have to play in an empty arena. I already know that we're going to have 20% in at least to start the season. But what do you want to see? Like, what do you think about all this?
That's a tough question, because I don't know if there's a right answer because,
right.
No,
there's not. We've seen that. Yeah. There's not.
Everyone's health is very important. I think as bad as I want there to be fans and, as bad as I want a packed out crowd and to see, Lubbock, I've heard they're a great environment. I think that, we need to find a way to figure this out and come to a safe conclusion and then go from there.
Yeah.
What about you? Tell me your opinion.
You're going to make me? All right, let me see if I can get some people riled up in the comment section. I think the way I look at it is college campuses right now, I'm not a doctor by any means, but you're not looking at a college campus and saying these are like the most affected people by the virus. Coming from somebody who's had it at a young age, because I did a couple months ago, you want to make sure everybody's safe. And I don't want to bring it home to my grandparents, and I don't want to do anything like that. But when it comes to college campuses, I think, I'd like to see it being treated a little bit differently than other high-risk areas. I don't think you can just blanket the entire world or country just in one single rule, because so many people are obviously through, studies and research affected differently by the disease. But I don't want to go any further into that. All I want to see is at least by March Madness, with hopefully the vaccine given out to the people who need it first and need it the most. I hope that kind of just gets rolling and everything slowly tilts back to normal. That's all I want to see. And I don't think that's a wrong answer, but I'm sure some Karen in the comments is going to figure out a way to twist my words. But I don't know. I'd just like to see sports kind of come back to normal. People need sports. You've seen that. I mean,
it's hard. It's hard, man. It's a grind, just going through all this. But at the end of the day, I think college kids, they're going to be college kids. As much as it needs to be a safe environment, these guys, I mean, at all schools are going to be, hanging out with each other. It's just what's going to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt.
You guys think I'll be able to come to games? Like, can I get like a press pass or something? Or
well, that's not even COVID related. I've already told my media group to never let you in the Coliseum.
Never?
No, not. Maybe in Lubbock. Mac might have your back on that.
Yeah, you can.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, so how's Lubbock treating you though, Mac? Because I don't know. I saw something on the internet the other day, a commercial or something, and you are a free throw guy now. What was that? And how'd you get Dickie V in it?
And hold on, before you get into it, Mac, whose idea was it?
So shout out to our film crew and Wes. He you know, they're doing a great job, and he just came with this idea, you know, how everybody just, you know, kind of puts me with being a dunker and, you know, being like a real electrifying player or whatever. And he's like, yo, let's just act like you're a fundamental guy and make a little commercial. And I really enjoyed doing it. I'm not the greatest actor, but I had a great time filming it. And no, I really enjoyed it.
No, Mac, I think you did good, especially like the like real relaxed, like talking to the camera, breaking the fourth wall. I thought you did really good. I don't know what Tom thinks. You know,
wait, for the people who didn't see it yet, can you break it down like what it was and what happened in it?
Yeah. So first, I kind of just started out doing a free throw, and it was like we had all my teammates like acting like I just did some crazy dunk, but it was just like a free throw. Because, you know, that's what I do, is what I'm known for is dunking. And he was acting like kind of switching roles. And then I would do like a bounce pass or something. My coach would be like, oh, you guys are going to love how fundamentally sound this guy is, and just stuff like that. You know, I just kind of talked about how, you know, all the late nights working on my free throw kind of caused my Instagram success and stuff like that.
That's hilarious. Was Beard completely on board? It looked like he was. He wanted to be a part.
Yeah, I was surprised. He was all in though. You saw him in the video. He did a great job.
Dude, that's funny. That's funny. Is that how he is? Is Chris Beard like because when you watch him on TV, just like you watch Hugs, I mean, they're two extremely intense coaches. They want to win. You can see it on their face. They both probably sweat a lot. They're running up and down the sideline. But is he more of like just kind of laid back, relax, and has fun when it comes to things like that?
Most time I've seen him, like, he never stops. Like, that's one thing I've noticed about him and kind of loved about him is like his grind is 24/7, man. He's always serious. That's the first time I've seen him like make a joke almost. But
really,
he like there's never an off time with him. Like he's all about winning. You know what I mean? That's why I like being here for sure.
That's dope.
The only other question with that video, how did you get Dick Vitale in it? And is that awesome? Did you get to actually talk to him, or he was just in the video?
Nah, he's the man. He's Wes reached out to him, my film guy, and you know, somehow it was a surprise to me. They surprised me by having him in it, so that was super cool. I guess they have some connection with him, but no, that was legendary for sure.
Yeah, it's sick.
That's
you're obviously down at Texas Tech now. You transferred from Georgetown. What's been like the biggest difference? Obviously, like the COVID stuff, like has been like it's hard to tell. But what's been the biggest difference going from Georgetown to basically across the country to now be in Texas and play for a whole new school, whole new team?
Right. You know, Georgetown was a lot closer to home, but Lubbock's more like home. You know what I mean? So like it's more southern, and I'm from a southern town, so I almost feel like
time out. Why have we talked about this? Is Virginia really southern? Like, do y'all say
Gate City, Virginia is southern for sure? What,
right,
you never
okay.
Gate City, Jordan?
No, because you never invite me home. Like, I'm just trying to come home, see mom, pops, and chill out. But
yeah.
I'm just always curious because, like, I know Virginia is like this, like part of the South, but it's really not that far south. Like, y'all get snow. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I'm saying it's just like people are southern. People are riding around on tractors and stuff like that. It's like a southern town. You know what I mean?
Has anybody ever rode a horse to your school, your high school ever?
Yeah, my senior year, someone did. It's near Tennessee. It's right on the Tennessee borderline.
Okay. I'll leave you.
Yeah, Jordan, you're not that far apart. Like, is West Virginia the South?
No, but that's what I mean. I don't really know because we're not that far south. Like, it's cold here right now, and when I think south, but Mac's right. Like, if they call you like sweetie at restaurants or honey, what can I get you? Y'all come back now. You hear all that stuff. Okay. I'll leave it alone. But
we were really lucky. We got to go to both your hometowns, like your senior year of high school. Mac, you definitely had a southern vibe. Jordan, I don't really know what your vibe was, but it was pretty similar. I want to get into those shows later, but you were telling us what the biggest difference is. So go ahead.
Sorry.
The biggest difference between the two, going to Texas now.
Yeah, I was saying, it's a lot warmer down here, and you know, I feel like I connect with the people a lot better down here, and the kind of the culture. So it's been a great move for me so far.
Jordan, do you guys get transfers at your school? Like, have you gotten guys to transfer in, and is it like as a player who's getting a new player, like a transfer in, like what's that like? Or have you not?
Oh no, we're a big time JUCO school, so we get a lot of junior college guys. Hugs has had so much success with them, just considering that they might have had some early career adversity. Guys who are generally gritty, chip on the shoulder, all those whatever you want to call them, like cliches about JUCO guys. They just do really well with Hugs. So like right now, my roommate Sean McNeil is a JUCO guy transferred in. And, sometimes it's more difficult than other times for these JUCO guards, especially because if they come in with 2 years left, they only have a short amount of time to get adjusted to Hugs. And everybody takes at least a year, if not two, to fully adjust to him and his play style and what he wants, because it's so much different. But yeah, having transfers come in is it's good, because it gives Mac's got a whole different perspective on the game coming from the Big East. And that's what I wanted to know, Mac, is how much different is Big East basketball than Big 12? I know we haven't played, but in terms of practice and the culture you guys have, I mean, Texas Tech culture-wise is a team that, seems to always get talked about for whatever reason. Go ahead and kind of elaborate on that.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things I noticed was the culture, for sure. Is the biggest shock, how close these guys are, and how, we have retreats together. We get to know each other. Like, everybody's with each other all the time. And obviously, I haven't played any games yet, but the whole offense, the whole defense, both is different. You know what I mean? That's just with coaches and teams. It's going to be like that. But so far, Big East had a lot of great players in it as well. So props to that conference. And I'm sure Big 12, as we look, don't we have like 7 teams in the top 15 or something like that, crazy like that? So it's I think it's the best league in the country, no doubt.
Yeah, but Mac, your team's ranked higher than Jordan's, right?
I think
Hold
so.
on now. This is where we're going to get – go ahead. Yeah, they are.
I was just wondering. I haven't looked at the rankings recently.
Mac, do you know what you guys are in the AP?
I think we were 14.
Okay. So we're 15 in the AP.
Oh, man.
Well, but conference standings, it's weird. I've never seen it like this. Like, my 2 years in the Big 12, normally they – like the AP in our conference, because it's so good, is always just like right in order. And they have – what do they have? Baylor 1. They have Kansas 2. I think they have Kansas 2, us 3, Texas Tech 4, and I think Texas might be 5. Shout out to Spencer if he's not sleeping.
All right, well, I'm going to be curious what happens now, because I don't know if Mac was cleared when that first poll came out. You know what I mean? Because you got your waiver cleared recently, right? How recent was that?
I think it was 2 weeks ago. Yeah,
so, hey, maybe you can blame Mac, basically, is what I'm saying.
Hey, him getting cleared can have them jump. What is that? Is that like super like does somebody call you from the waiver office? Like, how does that or does Beard text you like, hey Mac, you're cleared, good to go, or what is it? How'd they break the news to you?
Yeah, it was Coach Beard just kind of told me, and so many people worked so hard on getting this waiver, and I'm so appreciative. But yeah, it was tough for a while, man. Like I was keeping my head down and working hard as I could, you know what I mean, and focused on each day, getting better each day, and certain things I can improve on. But in the back of your mind, like, dang, am I gonna be able to play this year or what? You know what I mean? So that's something that was very stressful. But shout out to Texas Tech compliance and everyone who helped get that waiver.
Yeah, that's tough. Like I don't know what the solution is, right? Because it's like you get cleared, then there's like other guys that don't, and I know there's a rhyme or reason around it, and like they think it through, but it just feels really difficult to figure that out. What your family, I feel like, is really big in coming to your games. They were able to do that a lot in Georgetown. You're obviously going across to Texas. What's their plan to be able to get some of your games? Or are you playing enough games against the West Virginias? I know you have some different games on the East Coast as well where they'll still be able to check you out.
Right. No, my family, they're crazy. They're already staying for the first 2 weeks of the first 3 games. So they already have the flights kind of all figured out, and I'm sure they'll be at as much game as possible for sure.
That's crazy. I can't remember if we talked about this. When you transferred, did they was it totally your choice, or did you do it, or I can't remember the whole entire story. When you were going through it, did that play a factor in it?
Obviously not. No, I'm at probably one of the farthest places, but no, you think of, staying close to home and stuff like that, but this was just, I knew in my heart this is where I had to be, so made the sacrifice.
That's big time. They're coming down for the first 2 weeks, you said?
Yeah, they are. We have 3 games back to back to back. So
when do you guys start? When's your first game?
The 25th. What about y'all?
Same thing. You're not in a tournament though, right? Is it just a non-conference game at in Lubbock?
Yep, non-conference game at home.
Who do you guys play first, and when do you play first?
We play Northwestern State, November 25th. They have a great coach, and I think he has the most wins in Louisiana or something like that. So great program, just a start-off game at home.
So they got Northwestern State. Jordan, who are you playing in your first game?
We're supposed to be in the Bahamas playing in that tournament. They just moved it. We played Texas A&M round 1.
Those are really similar first opponents. Where's your game at? It's in South Dakota?
Yeah.
Mac, you're playing where, at home?
At home, Lubbock.
Damn, Jordan.
12-12. Texas A&M Corpus Christi, dude. Representing. That's my hometown.
Corpus Christi?
Oh, my God.
TAM UCC, dog. Watch out.
Who's playing them?
Mac.
Jeez, Mac, we got to change your schedule up.
No, dude, we got some good teams. We got Houston. We got LSU.
No, they have a good schedule.
St. John's. We got some good teams.
Are you playing St. John's in the Garden?
Oh,
I don't think so. No, I think it's at our place.
We went up there and got beat by them last year. Sad.
You did lose to St. John's. That was a weird game.
It's super weird. It was really weird.
For both of you guys, when you look at the schedule, obviously, like, it's a lot of Big 12 stuff. You guys have your rivals. Like, who's, like, the number one opponent that the team, like, that's the team? Jordan, I'll start with you because I feel like, who is it?
No. I want to give Mac this first one because he's new to the conference. So, like, coming into the Big 12, who are you most excited to play? I have a guess, but who are you most excited to play against and why?
That's the thing. I just jumped in here. I don't know. I guess the best teams, the teams at the top are the teams everyone looks forward to playing. Kansas has such a great past and present, you know what I mean? They've been so successful. So it's always fun to play those teams that are that high of level, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so Big East basketball, you guys play generally in like NBA arenas, right? Like they're large. Like, because when you go to Marquette, you play in the Bucks arena. Am I right?
Right.
So it's different. Like, there's a different, like, noise and vibe to that compared to, like, when you did you play anybody from the Big 12 last year or any, like, small arenas? Or is there anything like that in the Big East or no?
So we played Oklahoma State at Oklahoma State. I love those college atmospheres, though. So I'm excited. I wish – we get more than 20%, but, I guess that'll have to do. But playing in the NBA arenas was different for sure. Just the spacing and it's a lot colder if you've played any of them. So it's really different.
Right.
I remember seeing those, even the Georgetown games, like you guys got crowds, which is like such big places. I was like, damn, like he's used to playing, like your high school games were insane. And then you go there and it's kind of dead sometimes. Like you have to like hype yourself up a little bit. It's weird.
Here's a good question, Mac. What's more fun, playing in a sold-out Gate City crosstown rivalry game or playing, in a Big East Conference game, Georgetown versus, I don't know, take your pick. Is Creighton in the Big East? Creighton. Let's say Creighton's coming to Georgetown. What was more fun to you, playing in high school or college?
It's a different type of fun. I think I've had some of my best, most fun would be like on away games like Oklahoma State or Illinois when we played there. Like it's just a different level of excitement when you're playing at a college arena packed. But those Gate City days will definitely be cherished for sure. Packing out those crowds, that was definitely electric. But it's a different level. You know what I mean? It's more is at stake. There's something more about kind of like your life kind of being on the this is your future. You're trying to be great or whatever. So there's something about the kind of the risk, you know what I mean? Playing in college, it's like everything's important. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm just talking, but
hey, that's why that's all good. No, I know what you're saying. Somebody told me like before I went to college, like I think I was a junior in high school. They said, "Don't wish these years away. High school is going to be the most fun you ever have." All this, blah blah blah. And now that I'm in college and I played, you know, in Allen Fieldhouse, we've had close games with Kansas. We've beaten Kansas at the buzzer in Morgantown. We've done all this stuff. I still don't know if I've had more like fun, and I don't know how to fully explain that. It's a tough question, like you said, but I don't know. There's something about playing in front of your hometown, like with all the people you grew up with. I don't know. I miss that a little bit, but I know what you're saying, because you go into Kansas, and to have, you know, 14,000 or 12,000 people like just hate you instead of just like 1,200 when you know, crosstown rivalry in high school, it's a little bit more, juices get flowing a little more than I guess high school. But I know what you're saying there. Tom, what do you think?
Well, you know, being the big college athlete I was, no, I think that it depends on the school, right? And I was going to ask you, it sounds like Kansas is the craziest environment. I think those games can rival like a high school game, but I think anyone you talk to, like specifically football and basketball players, like there's just something about like the home games and the cool games in high school. You guys got way different experiences though than a lot of the players that we specifically cover, right? Because a lot of the guys we have, it's like they're at like a Montverde or an IMG where like they actually don't get that high school experience at all. And I actually think it's like a detriment to their like future success that they don't get to go through that, because there's just something different about like the pressure of like having like your whole school and it feels like your whole town like on your back. Like I think it makes you a better player as you get to those other levels. And then at college, I think it depends where you're at. Like the basketball schools, I want to say like at a Duke, like you're playing at Cameron Indoor every week. Like I feel like that might do that. What is the best environment specifically in the Big 12? Give Mac some help here, even if he doesn't end up playing in it this year with crowds.
Yeah, that's true. It's going to be a little different, but Kansas is the craziest. Kansas isn't even big. Like Allen Fieldhouse is nowhere near the biggest arena. I actually think our Coliseum here in Morgantown might be the biggest capacity. I think we have 14,500. I think you can fit in, and it's really big. But Kansas, even though it's a lot smaller, they're like bleachers. Every single seat is just bleachers. So that means they can fit like 3 people or every 2. So that adds up when you go around, and they get a lot of people in there and it's just jam-packed. I'll just like my freshman year playing against Kansas before tip, and they're playing their hype song or whatever, the floor started to like actually shake. Like I was sitting there and you could feel the floor vibrating. That was pretty cool. Like in terms of not being able to hear yourself think, that phrase, literally, like you better have your entire playbook down when you go into Allen Fieldhouse and it's sold out. They don't mess around there. But Lubbock is pretty wild too. I've been in some not great situations in Lubbock, Texas before. A lot of people screaming a lot of mean things. Guys in Speedos. Always, for some reason in Lubbock, there's just less clothes. And I don't know why. You're shooting free throws, and they're doing this thing behind the basket. It looks like they're giving birth to a child. And it's just, I mean, they're the wonkiest group of people, I think, in the Big 12. I love them, though. It's fun. It's fun to play. Have you got to meet a lot of people down there in Lubbock already?
Yeah, I have. Let me. I think this is what I was trying to say about the high school compared to the kind of the college. I think the best thing from my opinion would be like something about in college, just like a bigger stage. You know what I mean? Like the bigger the stage, the more you kind of feel hyped. So that's the only thing I think it has above the high school of having your hometown and playing in front of those guys. But yeah, I have met a lot of people, probably a lot less than I would have, or a lot less than I would have without the COVID. So, but still, the people here are really great. Kind of like similar to where I'm from. People are very nice and friendly and Southern. Even if Jordan doesn't think it's Southern, but
well, no. Lubbock is Southern. Lubbock is very. Have you gone to any football games yet? They let you guys in?
Yeah, we got to go to a couple football games. We saw the Texas football game. That was crazy. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it was like a 14-point comeback, and then
You guys beat Texas?
No, they came back and beat us. But
it was insane.
We're still throwing up horns down. Anyways, hold on. This is something that I want to talk to you before we even get into the NBA stuff. Do you watch The Bachelorette, Mac?
I watched the season with the dude. What's his name?
Mac, there's a lot of dudes, you know.
The guy that was the dude who had all the girls last season. Who was it? What's his name?
Oh, Pilot
Tyler or Brad or
Pete. Pete. It's Pilot Pete was last season. He was the Bachelor.
Yeah, I watched that one. I watched a couple
episodes.
Couple episodes, yeah.
So okay, we're not gonna dive right into your personal life here, but let's just say the hypothetical situation: you were single. Would you ever contemplate going on the Bachelorette? You and 20 other guys competing for one female.
Yeah, never. That could never be me.
You don't think
Why?
so?
Why would I compete with other guys for a female? That's not me.
Because you're a competitor.
Yeah, I am a competitor, but I'm saying like I don't want a girl who's trying me out with 20 other guys. Like, what is that?
Oh yeah,
No,
she's
I think
really dating them.
that's the right attitude. I think I have a similar attitude. I would want to win and then never talk to her again. Like, I'm not falling in love.
So
Yeah,
would you rather do The Bachelor?
would I rather be the Bachelor?
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be nice. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be mad about it, but it's not something I think I would find my wife off of.
That's the craziest thing is these people get married. What do you tell your kids? And do you watch the season? Do you watch the season back? Because like I'm extremely, I don't know about you two, but I'm a jealous person and I have learned to own that and wear it on my sleeve. Okay. Look, if I watched the season back and like I did win and oh yeah, whatever, and she even like says something nice about another guy in private, we might get divorced right then and there.
Right.
Right?
It's messed up.
I don't know. It's a weird thing. I just had to ask if you watched it. Bro, if you get time on Tuesdays, please watch The Bachelorette. It's just good for your health. I promise.
Why do you love it so much?
Yeah, why do you love it so much, Jordan?
I'm completely obsessed with it. I'm completely obsessed with it. And to matter of fact, other people are too. Because going around, this is just a cool little heartwarming story. Last 2 days, gotten 2 compliments on the podcast, so we'll keep this rolling. If Ethan from Kroger is listening right now, I appreciate you for listening, Ethan, my man. And then the other comments are always about the segments about The Bachelorette. Like, people just love getting into it. I don't know. And we talk about basketball all day, and it's just like, yeah, basketball's cool. But, like, 20 guys competing for one girl, and, like, you know what I mean? That's just funny. I don't know.
Sounds like your little brand you got going on, the Simp brand, or what is your T-shirt brand?
Oh.
Simp gang.
Simp
Talk
gang.
about it.
NBA draft coming up. When is it, Tom? I know you got the date.
Wednesday. Couple days out.
Okay. So we've been talking about this draft class for the past few weeks. Who do you think's like a dark horse in this draft class, especially considering you were going to be a part of it?
Yeah. I would think Ramsey from Texas Tech. You know, I gotta stay true to
Bias mother. Oh my! You wouldn't have said that. Okay,
no, but he is. We all say that.
No, he is.
That's fair.
He's a great player. Also, you know, there's a lot of guys who I enjoyed watching most would probably be the Obi Toppin, man. Those highlights were just ridiculous. You know, this year he's crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Who do you got, Jordan?
Well, I'm biased too. I think an underrated guy is Tyrese Halliburton. I think he's going to be a big-time help. I think he's going to go like top 10 too, which is going to be even crazier considering he's a Wisconsin guy. And I think his basketball IQ is just so high. And being, our position at lead guard at 6'7" with like a 7-foot wingspan or whatever he's got going on. I mean, Tyrese's length just gives him so much, more room to work. And considering how smart he is, players like that don't really come along too often. But I don't know. I know me and Tom have also talked a little bit about draftdenny.com, which we're going to start here soon. And he loves our guy Denny, who is going to be on the pod soon. Tom, is that your dark horse?
No, you guys we asked for dark horses. You guys picked 2 guys going in the top 6 picks. That's not what a dark horse is. Okay. A dark horse is a sleeper or something. You guys went like, hey, like this guy might be the #1 pick in the draft. Dark horse though. No, my dark horse is I got a few. Like, and I know that Mac, you've been with Cassius, I think, in at Iverson stuff. You played against him. I love Cassius. I saw him recently. He looks like super just like athletic, and I mean we all know he's like he just looks like a pro. Like I don't know how to explain it. He jumps super high, obviously. I think his shot's underrated. He shot the ball better at Duke than people say. So I love Cassius. They're projecting he's going to go in the second round. I think he's going to be a steal for anyone. I love Jemias. I like all the guys that are like, they've been there. They've done it against really good competition, and that they can play against that. We talked about this before, me and Jordan. We both really like Nico, who's kind of like fallen out of that point guard discussion between like the LaMelos, the Killian Hayes, Cole Anthony, RJ Hampton, who we all love. But I think Nico has a really good chance to do well as well. So those three, I think, are kind of my guys who I feel like aren't getting talked about at all, but are all guys that were amazing. They've been amazing in the college level on really good teams, and like there's no reason they can't do that at the next level, I think. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mac, how much is the NBA talked about at Texas Tech? Because I think a lot of people get it, confused in terms of obviously that's the next step and where everybody wants to end up. But at the end of the day, college basketball is such a big stage. And I know, your head coach, Chris Beard, is solely focused on winning a national championship, just like Huggs is. But some schools I've heard like, my assistant will be talking just different things. They'll say, at the next level, you're going to have to do this. At the next level, you're going to, want to do this or take this out. Is the NBA talked a lot about, when you're working out or you're doing individual stuff or you're in team practice? Is that in any way a discussion, especially for a guy who's already, went to the draft and then came back?
Yeah, no, man. That's one thing that shocked me the most. It's every day and, like, almost everything we do. So, like, they know what I want to do. They know I, was in the draft and came out and came there to develop. And, of course, it's all about winning. But, like, everything I do is compared to, how a guy in my position in the NBA would do it or what the NBA wants to see right here. So, like, that's the biggest thing about this place is the development, man. I can't wait to, get back out on the national stage and show how much I've just developed with this program.
Like, give me an example of that if you have any, in terms of, like, if a coach sees you do something in practice and who they compare and stuff like that. I'm interested. Yeah.
I'm not saying they're comparing much. We watch a lot of film. I think the biggest thing is the film. We'll compare my film to, NBA guards and watch them and study them because it's not just like a one time a day film. It's like 3 days of segments. 3 times a day of segment of film and comparing it, my pace, how my pace is different than Chris Paul's. You know what I'm saying? Like just every little thing and how you carry yourself off the court and how you eat. It's just every little detail is about making the NBA because that's everybody's goal. You know what I mean? Everybody on the team wants to make the NBA.
That's pretty wild to hear. I didn't, like I said, some schools are completely the opposite. Like there is no NBA talk. Like if you're going to make the NBA, it's going to be because our team is going deep and all that. I think this will just be a cool segment for people who are listening to hear and probably really interested. And we'll cut this up, but give me, I'm sure it's fairly similar to Georgetown, but it sounds like with how disciplined you guys are at Texas Tech, what is like a really busy day look like for you down there in Lubbock? Give me like from start to finish when you wake up, give me all the details.
Yeah. So, you kind of pick how you want your schedule to be. So I pick my schedule to wake up in the morning around 7, 8, get my lift first. And then I go and have my certain time I eat. You know what I mean? I'm not just eating anything. I have certain food that they, have for us to eat. And then I go to training room. I get my treatment. And then I go get my shots, my workout, and then I have film. Then I come back, and then I have shots before practice and shots after practice. Practice is a big wear on your body, so I have treatment after practice as well. And sometimes back in the night, you come in and get some more shots. But at around 10:15 is when I have my workout before practice.
10:15 in the morning.
Yeah, so you do all those things, and a lot of times just getting shots, but you have your workout. So I work out in the morning, lifting, and then I go treatment, and then I have my real workout, basketball on court. And then I come back and work out before, just shots before and after practice. But big thing
is that just like, does every player have like a similar schedule? I know you said you can pick your schedule, but like, is everyone in the gym that often? Like, is it mandatory, or are you just someone that's like, you get a lot more shots than most people?
I think everyone works out. Everyone works hard, especially in this program. In general, this is like the hardest. Everyone's in the gym. There's not one person out of the 14 guys that are not in the gym. But, when it comes to other people and other teams, I think everybody's working, but I think people are working differently. And I'm just trying to work smarter and harder. You know what I mean? So I think recovery is really big in my life and making sure my legs are under me. So I've been really taking that serious this year.
Yeah. How long are you guys on the floor for a practice?
It just depends. We usually go around 2 hours. Depends on how the guys' legs are feeling and stuff. Coach is really, really good with that, of finding, these guys are kind of, tired this day, or, you know what I mean? We need to push it this day. So that's kind of up to him most of the time, but probably around that time.
That's good stuff.
I got a question for you guys on the lifting part, because Mac, you mentioned you start your day with it. I know that you were someone that worked out in high school. I don't know about you, Jordan, who lifted weights. Like when you get – I always find this fascinating. I find that some basketball – I mean, we talk about Tyler Hero, like he never lifted, and then he's in the NBA. But one, is it competitive amongst you guys, trying to lift amounts of weight, or is it really just hey, we're just trying to stay in shape here? It's not that serious. And is there a big gap? Even though you guys are two of the smaller players on your team in strength and stuff, are some guys just so strong, or do you just not care? I don't know. I'm just curious about the lifting situation for you guys at school.
Go ahead, Mac.
So I think we have one of the best, most competitive, I think we have the best strength coach in the country. That's just my opinion, with John Riley, and he's one of the most competitive guys I've ever met. So, I still think I'm more competitive than him, but he's really competitive. But no, it's for sure a competition. Everything I do, I'm competing with somebody, even if they don't know it. But at the same time, I'm not going to try to deadlift 400 pounds if some other guy is, you know what I mean? But things I know I can compete with, I know, I'm definitely competing, whatever that may be.
Yeah, we I don't know. There's a little bit of competition in our weight room, but it's all we have a guy, Sean Brown, who has gone to, I want to say, 3 NBA organizations, been the head strength coach for them. He's been around the NCAA, multiple different programs there, been with a bunch of Hall of Fame coaches. And his biggest thing for us is, how are we feeling that day? He understands that we're on the floor for anywhere from 3 to 3.5 every single day. So that's why he is pushing the fact that, yeah, we got to be in the weight room. We got to make sure that, we're ready and preventative in terms of injury and stuff. But he's also not going to run us into the ground. Same thing, Max saying, there's not that big of a gap between me and, some of our other, wings. But then when you take, Oscar, put him in the hip press, and you put, even Gabe. I mean, Gabe hip presses 800 pounds for reps. I mean, that's, just ridiculous. I'm 5'56", and that's where I pretty much tap out. So there's a big gap there. But guys generally don't run themselves in the ground in the weight room, because we lift just like they do before practice. And at the end of the day, you're not going to get paid to lift the most weight. I mean, you're going to get paid to play basketball. So there's a kind of a fine-tuned balance right there for sure.
Yeah, you guys are definitely living different lives than me. I lift 2 days a week, and each time I try to see if I can paralyze my body for as long as possible. So maybe you guys will get to that one day.
You try to what?
I'm just trying to go as hard as humanly possible so that maybe I never walk again.
Is that where did you read that that's a good strategy, or did you just make
No, it's just me. It's just how I am. I want as much weight as you can throw on this back as possible. Mac, are you only playing point guard at school, or are you playing point? Are you playing 2, or is it kind of both?
Well, it's kind of both. It's kind of whatever. We want to start an offense. I'm not going to get into details, but
No, give me all the details.
Yeah, no, it's a great offense. But no, I mean, it's not something we're worried about or something, I transferred for. I know a lot of people think, a certain reason, but I had a valuable reason I left, and it wasn't, to be a certain position. But I definitely have the ball in my hands enough, and whatever coach feels like's best, I'll rock with.
All right, so are you guys guarding each other? You play twice, January 25th and February 9th. Is this going to happen?
You got it mapped out, right? You got it mapped out.
Yeah, no, they're ready for these, Mac. Yeah, I mean, we're going to guard each other at some point. To be honest, by the time we play each other, Mac could run my offense and I could run his offense. That's just how the Big 12 is. We digest so much film, and we're so fine-tuned in how, we know our opponents. Literally, I know his three on one side, 2 on the other side, where they come together in the ball. One goes rim, one goes flare, one comes back up to the top. Mac already, is all into that offense. But you play against it so much that at the end of the day, it just comes down to, all the little things. I mean, we know what we're going to do in terms of offensively and defensive schemes. But, yeah, I'm sure at some point either, if I get switched off onto Mac or, if Kyler's not out there, whatever happens, you don't generally play a big game in the Big 12 without guarding pretty much everybody on the floor. So,
all right, the X's and O's are great, but can one of you please slap the floor or something? I can't pay you guys, but I would if I could to get you to slap the floor. That would be amazing. You just do something ridiculous or a hard foul.
That'd be so funny to just really slap the floor, and really get all 13 people in the crowd just juiced. On ESPN, they have to oh shit, somebody pump in a bunch of crowd noise. He slapped the floor. It's got to sound. I just hope we have fans in there. But yeah, I'm sure we'll do something.
So I'm really excited, clearly, for you guys to play each other. It's going to happen twice. Big 12 is going to be amazing. Our producer, Spencer, is from Texas, and he's a big Big 12 fan. He's also tight with both of you. So I'm curious, Spence, who are you rooting for in the Big 12 this year?
All right. Glad you invited me on.
He's been ready for this one.
I'm waiting.
So I'm rooting for Texas. It's without question. Greg Brown's my boy. I went to Texas. They let me graduate with a degree. So I've gotta keep my allegiance there. But when you guys play, to be honest, I love you both. It's whoever's doing their thing that day. I want to see one of you guys get buckets or drop dimes or be on your game. And that is who I'm rooting for. So if at halftime, Jordan's got 5 points and 7 assists, I'm going with Jordan. Halftime, Max hit a nasty dunk and has 15 points. I'm rooting with Matt. That's how it is.
Okay,
yeah.
This is politically correct. Want to be both sides of the fence. Now,
fair weather.
I'm going to hold you to the fire now. Tell me in the regular season games, we're not going to count tournament. What is the record going to be? West Virginia, Texas Tech.
When you guys play each other?
Yeah, when we play each other. Spence, what do you think? I'm not going to let you just keep playing both sides here.
Well, Matt's playing Northwestern State all the time.
No. Just between us two. We're going to have 2 games. So it can be 2-0, 1-1, or 0 whatever. Let me hear.
I'm saying you both win at home. Well, no, I know. I think it depends on the arena. But, no, I think you both win at home. I think you both get one. But here's my question, yo. So Sky Clark, you guys know Sky. He tweeted this out last week. High school basketball is 12 days away, so all the bro stuff out the window. If you my opponent, we are not friends. So when we play, I'm coming at you, refer back to this tweet, holla at me this season. Will you, Jordan, Mac, are you guys January 25th, that's when y'all play. After today, are y'all just straight up not boys?
On my end, I will see Mac. I'll walk out of the tunnel pregame. He'll be probably the first one on the floor for him. I'll be the first one on the floor for me. I'll smile at him, dap him up, quick hug, love you, bro, and then it's side to side. All right, then it's square up, and now it's a heavyweight fight, and you can't be friends. You're not going to see us on ESPN tickling each other on the free throw line. We're going to be competing. At least that's what I think. Mac? Yeah. Look, he's already serious. Mac's already got his goddamn game face, serious face on.
I know what Mac's going to say, and he's lying.
He's had it this whole time. Go ahead, Mac.
I live for this shit, man. I don't know. This is, when it's my life, you know what I'm saying? So I take everything seriously. I have friends and stuff, but when it comes to game, I'm not even it's not even crossed my mind, oh, Jordan's my boy. Yeah, Jordan's my boy. That's just that's what it is. But, when it comes to game, I don't really correlate those two things. You know what I'm saying? But even Oscar on Jordan's team, he lived with me for 2 months, Oscar Tshiebwe, and that's my guy, you know what I mean? Just like you. So it's competitors flip that switch. So
100% agree. Spence, great reading of the tweet, by the way, as well. That was amazing.
2 points on that. Sky scored 44 in the first half yesterday, which is sick. And number 2,
44 in the first half.
Yeah, there was no cameras allowed, but he did.
Jesus.
Second of all, Spencer lied. He lied so hard. I don't care what he says to your face, Jordan. He's rooting for Mac. I'm positive.
That's fine. That's okay. That's okay. It's a Texas thing. That's all right.
No, I said I'm rooting. I'm rooting for whoever's having the better first half. Mac is having the better first half. We all know this.
Tom's just trying to get you riled up. It's all right. It's okay.
Actually, I don't know. I feel like Mac actually usually plays better in the second half, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like you kind of chill in the first half sometimes, and maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like I remember that. I would be rooting for a Mac with, like, sick dunk, obviously, so I could post it on overtime. And Jordan, if you get a couple, like, dimes, a couple lobs to Oscar, that would probably do me well as well. So I don't really care either, other than that.
You see that? They just want whatever.
They just want the highlights, man. They don't care about us. They don't care about us.
Tom, you literally said last week you're ride or die West Virginia. You said this like 4 days ago.
I'm on a podcast with the kid. Of course I want West Virginia to win. And I also got to meet the team. I got to watch Hugs put everyone on the treadmill. I got the party in West Virginia. I'm just kidding.
No, you didn't.
All right. Well, So I'm sticking with Mac. If you're sticking with Jordan, I'm with my guy Mac.
Yeah, I'm with West Virginia 100%.
God damn it. You team me with Tom? Fuck. All right, here we go. Let's
ultimately though, hook him, baby. Hook him.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Second to what? Never mind, Mac. Just kidding. Guns up, baby, or whatever you. Oh, it's just one. It's one. Okay.
Wait, this is actually a great point here. We root for Texas because Greg Brown had our most viral play of the year last year. He dunked on someone. Mm-hmm. Spence, who had the better viral play? Greg Brown's post there, Mac between the legs. You were there, didn't film it, but still. Oh, he's got no sound on.
Oh shit! My bad. Yeah, Max, dude. I mean, I was there. Like, nobody thought Mac was gonna go between the legs that night. I mean, maybe Mac thought he was. Was that the first game or the second game I was there, Mac? The first.
I think that was the second game.
The second one, yeah. You didn't play that on the first one or something?
No, it was the second one because the first one you went off, though. You did not put it between your legs, but you – wait, no, it was the first one.
It was the first one.
It was the first one, I think, yeah.
Because we cared more about the second one. But he did everything in the first one or something.
I don't know. No, the second one, he went off in both, I think. But yeah, just being there, that was just insane. I mean, that was the first Eastbay you caught in a game, right?
Yep, first one.
And the fact that was the one time we the whole OT squad pulled up to Virginia to watch him play Game City, and just that was wild.
Mac, would you ever pull that out in a college game?
I wouldn't put it past me, if I had the chance and my legs were underneath me.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I would try it. If it was the right time, I'll try it. But the thing with college, defense, man, you be playing defense, your legs get tired, bro. So
yeah.
If it's the right time, I'm feeling it, I'll try it for sure.
That's why I never dunk anymore. It's just because I play so much defense. they get tired, and I'm just like,
Wait, I asked Jordan this the other day, and he laughed at me. I asked him if he had bounce right now, is he his freshest right now, and he laughed at me. Are you at your peak bounce preseason, or when does that hit? For you, Mac.
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah, are you gassed in the preseason right now, just with quote unquote training camp kind of stuff right now, or do you feel good? My legs never feel good before the season. I'm always tired.
Yeah, my legs never felt good a couple of years ago, but this year, I've really watched my body. The load management's been great, and I've lost I think 10 or 11 pounds since Georgetown. So I think if I did a vert test, I think it'd be the highest right now that it's ever been.
Yo, so this is my question. My last thing about that Eastbay in high school is that I think you got a steal before it, or it was just a fast break. You have 2.5 seconds to decide what you're gonna do. Did you know the next fast break you had, you were just gonna go for it, or was it just in the moment you're like, oh, f- it? I mean, excuse me, but yeah.
So I just had a dunk right before I went this or something like that and dunked it, and then I threw it behind the back pass to Zach, and it got even more wound up, and I was like, I have to do something that's gonna top it all. So I caught it, and I was like, I got to try to do something crazy. So I just did it, and I kind of slipped. So I was like, man, I'm about to get rim stuff. Then it went in. I was like, oh my goodness. So that was one of the most adrenaline rushes I've ever had in my life. I didn't know what to do, so I just raised my arms like this and with the shrug.
Tom, I think you'll know who I'm talking about, and we'll play the clip for the viewers that are watching. But, like, there's one kid in the reaction to that video that just goes crazy in the stands. You know who I'm talking about, Tom?
Yeah, you had a bunch of wild people there.
Do you
like,
know
Gate
any
City
of
does not mess around.
Those kids, were those like your boys, your classmates, or were they just like diehard fans?
They were all my classmates mostly, yeah. So we had a great following with our students and stuff. They'd always come out.
That's wild. Hey, Mac, before we let you go, let's do a would you rather. Tom stayed up. He stayed up all night. He's super excited.
All right, we got MAC MCCLUNG and Jordan McCabe here. I'm Overtime Tom. Today we're playing Would You Rather, giving them some wild questions. You guys are both going to get the chance to pick, all right? We're going to keep going back and forth. So first one. All right, would you rather eat pizza every day for the rest of your life or never eat pizza again? Jordan.
I just said Mac's going first. Mac, you go first.
I'd never eat pizza again. I couldn't do it every day.
Man, I'm trending towards dad bod. Give me the pizza. I'm going to eat it every day. I'll find different ways to do it. I could do it.
All right.
I could do it.
Get dunked on or get crossed up? Which one would you rather? Jordan, you start us off now.
Okay. I'd rather get dunked on because they're gonna be like, dude, the kid's 5'10". Like, you know, that's supposed to happen. I've been.
Mac just said he has his highest vert ever, and you might guard him this season. So.
Hey, if Mac's on a fast break, I might try him. No, I'm not even lying. Just, you know, for the culture, I might just jump with them. Be like, here you go. You know what I mean? No, just kidding. I would just rather be dunked on than crossed.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's just how bad is both of them, you know, I guess. But
the worst.
The worst, definitely dunked on because I'm like, if you get crossed up, you're like going to be on the floor. You know what I mean? That's just
can't do anything from there, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd say dunked on. Everybody gets dunked on.
Wait, but like Goran Dragic dunked on D Rose back scratcher, and just like they both collide, and Dragic just ends up on the. That's a good one, but yeah, I'm gonna stay with get dunked on. I don't know.
All right. Would you rather have to wear the same fit for the rest of your life every day or never get a haircut again?
Jordan, you go first or am I going first?
You go first, Mac.
I'd probably wear the same fit. I wear the same fit a lot anyway. I'm kind of embarrassed about it, but I wear a lot of the same clothes. I definitely need my haircuts.
Okay, so Mac doesn't do laundry, but I would, sheesh. No, yeah. No, I would just never get a haircut. I've always wanted to have a flow anyways, and you know, my mom never let me. So I was thinking maybe this would be like an ultimatum where, yeah, I could just let everything go. Can I shave my pseudo beard here or no?
Nah, it all goes.
Everything. Cool. I'm good with it.
You never touch a razor again. No, I'm shocked by that, Jordan. I feel like you're obsessed with your haircuts. Like, not in a bad way, but yeah, you got like 7 since in the last 2 weeks. All right. Would you rather, I know, doesn't matter if you have a girlfriend or not right now. We don't need anyone to know. If you did, would you rather your girlfriend be able to go through your phone at any time or pick any ex, go hang out with an ex, your worst ex for 2 weeks?
My girlfriend can go through my phone. I'm a loyal man. I know what I want, and you know, I'm secure with it.
Beautiful. Jordan's gonna have a harder time here.
So is this like the worst ex like possible?
Yeah.
Oh, is it like you're on an island? You're just have to. Oh. Yeah, 100% let him go through the phone because A, whatever, and B, I'm already having nightmares and I should probably take melatonin tonight just to make sure I get through the night.
Goodness gracious, who is this ex?
I don't want to talk about it, okay?
All right, would you rather be the best shooter in the country or the best passer in the country?
Go ahead, Mac.
Best passer.
Yeah. Mac, you definitely want to be the best shooter. Don't start with me.
I want to be the best shooter.
What's Tyler's tattoo say?
No work, no check.
Oh, I thought it was like get buckets, get paid.
No, jeez. And a barbed wire like around it. No, it is no work. But anyways, I would rather be the best passer in the country. Something that I've always kind of wanted to take pride in anyways.
All right, I'll give you guys a softball. Win the NCAA title or be named Naismith Player of the Year?
NCAA title, no doubt.
NCAA title.
I don't know. It'd be pretty cool to be Player of the Year, though.
Oh, hold on. Who was the Naismith Player of the Year last year? I bet you can't even name him.
Is it not Obi?
Was it? I don't know.
I have no idea. I think it was Obi.
Is there even an award show for this? I had no idea. I have no clue. I'd rather win a championship with my guys. That people remember for sure.
Facts.
I have to alter this question because you guys already have a lot of followers. This one's for you, Jordan. Would you rather have 10 million followers on TikTok or 1 million on IG?
I don't care, Tom. I don't know. Mac, you answer it.
I don't know, dude. I think who cares how many followers you have? You know what I mean? It's all
I'm ready to throw my phone in the river anyway. So I really just am done with it. You know. Tom, what would you rather have? This is a question for you, Tom. Hold on. He's running analytics in his head.
10 million on TikTok or 1 million on IG? Probably 1 million on IG, but I could, probably 1 million on IG, but it's close. It's close. It's very close. All right, never play ball again or lose one of your fingers.
I'm losing one of my fingers for sure, man.
I'll chop 5 fingers off. I'll take my left
hand.
Take a hand. Take a hand. You can't take hoops away.
All right, let me see. I got 2 more for you guys, all right? Eat a bag of bugs every morning or sleep with snakes every night.
Mac, you got it.
That's tough. I think I would just do the bag in the morning. I could kind of, be less stressed throughout the day. I already got my deed done. You know what I mean? So.
You're going through a whole day of workouts and practice, and it's not even the worst thing you have to do. Like you have to go get in bed with a snake.
Right.
That's a really well thought out, quickly thought out way of thinking. 100% eat the bag of bugs. Snakes, scariest thing in the world. If they just decided to not be even, just get them away, extinct, gone.
Stay on the gross path here. Never shower again or never brush your teeth again.
Wow.
Go ahead, man.
I think you have to brush your teeth. I think that you can use, you can still wash yourself. You can use dry shampoo, stuff like that. But brushing your teeth, that's not acceptable. You know what I mean?
100%. Gotta brush the teeth. Gotta brush the teeth. Or no, because that veneers don't get rid of bad breath. Yeah, you gotta brush your teeth.
Here's the thing, right? Like you could eat foods to help with your breath, potentially.
Like what?
All right, you got me there. We'll end it on that. That was a good game of Would You Rather. With Jordan McCabe and Mac McClung, they're about to play each other this season. They're not really good at this game. They don't care about followers or about shooting or dunking like anyone else. So great to have you guys on the White Boy Podcast.
Make sure you guys listen to the podcast. Follow on IG. Mac, you killed it, bro. Appreciate you jumping on with us.
No, I appreciate you guys having me. I'm about to go to study hall.
OT is everywhere, fam. I'm talking worldwide. So rep your city with the OT City Tees. You see I'm holding down New York? Yeah, you know that's right. And don't forget to subscribe over here and check out more fire videos over here. You know what it is. It's Big O.